Good morning, friends out there. So today I want to take you guys on an adventure. It's been a little while since we did any kind of foraging adventure, so come with me today on one. And this is something you're probably pretty familiar with in terms of the plant, but you may or may not be familiar with the fact that you can eat it. So it's a fern. And if you're picturing a fern and you're not real familiar with the edible parts of the fern, then you're probably picturing the big fanned out awesome looking ferns that we think of like forest, wet forest, tropical, or like really rainy forest regions. That's when you think of ferns and mosses and all these things, which is true. But do you picture these things? See this right here? That's a fern. It just hasn't unfolded yet to its ferny self. So we actually are early in the season right now. It's springtime, and in springtime, this is actually what these guys look like. They're just little curled ends, and this is what unfolds and becomes the fern eventually. Pretty cool if you're not familiar with the ferns or that intimate with ferns. This is the beginning stage in the season. And then they'll become beautiful big ferns. These are bracken ferns is what they're known as. And yes, they are edible with some precautions. But that's why we don't actually really consume a lot of this because it just doesn't really bulk up our food options. And since there's the two of us plus the dogs, that's not enough food for us to just adding a couple. So it's more of a fun thing in our case. I wanted to show you guys it's an option, and it's something that's pretty abundant out there. So if you did want to try them, just pick a few of the little fiddleheads and cook them, roast them, and sprinkle them on top. We actually just had some of these with some good friends. We sprinkled a few on top of our like taco meal, and it was just a nice little crispy addition. So maybe try it that way. That's it for today. So a little fun with ferns. Most people know ferns, but not everybody knows that the little fiddleheads are edible. So now I gotta continue waking up because it's pretty early still, and we're just kind of enjoying our little forest spot, and then we'll see what adventures today brings. And if you are curious about more foraging fun with me, because it's something I do on the road in addition to checking out rocks, like checking out plants that I can eat, good stuff to know. Just look at the playlist. I try to put it all in a playlist on here. So it's food and foraging, and that has ideas for food for nomads. It's one of the biggest things you'll probably be thinking about when you hit the road. So food ideas, good things to buy, good things to bring, good things to store, and good things to forage. So food and foraging playlist, you can see all those. If you thought this video was cool, just give me a like, that helps out. And if you want to see more of all of our adventures here with us and our rescue dogs on the road, all of our adventures, and all you have to do is subscribe to the channel. Thanks guys for being here. I will see you next time.